Hey family, it's Dr. Pyant, Mindset for Freedom. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. I guess, listen, when you turn on my video, you could just about say the first couple of lines, right? Because I say it all the time because I want you to feel good. So let's take a breath. Take a breath with me. Take a breath for yourself and breathe in through your nose. Nice big belly breath and release it slowly, 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 slowly. Mine was a little fast because I'm walking, but let me just stop. I love to enjoy what this does. Take a breath, hold it, and release it. If that doesn't make you feel better, I tell you. So, breathing and holding it allows the nervous system to reset. It allows you to feel a sense of peace. It allows you to go into what is called the parasympathetic method or the parasympathetic mode. Okay? It allows your nervous system to go into the parasympathetic mode because the sympathetic mode is when you have anxiety, when you're always rushing, when you have fear and all of that stuff. That's you're in the wrong mode or the wrong frequency. But in talking about the nervous system, you're in the wrong mode. So yeah, I love when I'm in that parasympathetic mode because it's there that I can focus. And that's what I wanted to talk to you for a minute about focus. Focus, focus, and intent. I always ask God, what are we going to talk about? Because, see, what I want to talk about might not be what He wants His people to hear. So when I speak to you, it's from my heart and my mouth to yours, to God's people. And tonight we're talking about focus. Why is it important? I was sitting outside my backyard and I was thinking about when God dropped focus into me. And I stopped for a minute and I looked at the trees and I said, look at these trees. When you focused on these trees, what do you see? And I'm looking now because I'm here. Let me see if I can do this. And I can turn it and I can focus on the trees. I was trying to turn the camera around so you could see them, but I'm not that savvy, so that's not happening. But anyway, when I started focusing on the trees, I was able to look deeper into the tree, the model. I was able to see things. Like with one tree, I could see moss growing up. I'm going somewhere with this because your focus brings you into a deeper sense of clarity. You see things deeper when you're focused. So I want you to focus on your intent. Remember, an intent is something that you desire to see happen. So, but you need to feel it in order to bring that desire into your frequency. Because if it's just in your mind, life and life's drama will take it away so quickly until you forget that that was your intent. But if you get the feeling and you feel the feeling of what that intent feels like, that will be enough in terms of acknowledging you to go back and remember, I have an intent. See, because life can make you lose your focus. Things can happen and you can lose your groundedness. You can lose your connectivity. It doesn't matter how deeply connected you were to something. Things happen, and sometimes things cause us to lose that connectiveness because just when you were getting ready to get connected deeper, the enemy will send something, and that something is supposed to challenge you to go within yourself, to connect with God. When life hits you with a bat upside your head, when things come at you, with a rush, you're supposed to go in, breathe and go in and say, Father, I stretch my hand to thee. You are the help that I know. Guide me. Show me what I need to see. Tell me. Let me hear what I need to hear. Let me feel what I need to feel. Oh, I think I'm preaching to you, but that just came up out of my spirit for you. Because it came up for me too. Because this is what we got to do. We got to always rewire, reset, reground, because we live in a world that is controlled by frequencies, things that are happening, things that are coming. So focus. Focus helps you to set your intention. Focus and feeling. So feel that intention. What is your intention for yourself? What do you desire for yourself? Where do you see yourself in your relationship? Where do you see yourself with your relationship with yourself, with others? Where? What is it you want to see in that relationship? What do you see yourself doing? What is an accomplishment that you wanted to have? Maybe it is to go to school. Maybe it is to finish up with school. Maybe it is to write that book. Maybe it is to free yourself from this relationship that's gone west, north, where, but it's gone sour. Is that an intent that you want to get out of this? Because this is causing, this is attracting an emotion to you that is signaling one of those blockages that you haven't yet identified and resolved. Because unresolved emotional blockages like fear and guilt and shame and pain, those things are there. And sometimes in relationships, it can tap into the frequency of that and set you off. But if you're focused, when things come, I think I told you on yesterday about the black and white wall. When negative things I'm talking about, when negative things come, especially words, this is especially for words, put up that wall. Breathe. See that black wall come up with a white bottom, a black screen and a white bottom to it. And on that white bottom, it is printed in gold. I am enough. I am loved. I approve of myself. I am enough. I am loved. I approve of myself. The black part is to bounce those negative words off of you. Bounce those negative words off your mind so they don't get seated in your mind, so they don't upset your frequency, so they don't throw off your focus. Because you want to focus on your intent and you want to focus on God. You want to focus on your enlightenment. Do you know that in terms of frequency, enlightenment and love are the highest frequencies that we can have? And when you're at that frequency, everything at that frequency comes to you. We're talking about intent. We're talking about the reason why you need to focus. So focus on your intent, but focus on love. Focus on your enlightenment. Focus on your relationship with God. Not the scary God that you were afraid of that's judgmental. Not that thing. Not that religious thing that could have been implanted in your mind and in your heart system. I don't want you to think of God that way, because God is love. That's what God is. God is an everlasting presence that resides in all of his people. God is not judgmental. So focus on that intent. Bring that feeling of that intent, whatever your desire is for yourself, focus on it. Like you're looking at a tree or a plant, and look deeper into it. Look deeper into it. So what is the root in your focus? What is going to be rooted? I want to what? Graduate, be loved, be emotionally free, get a new job, have mental clarity. What are we going to root down inside your soul? What will your focus be? That will be your intent. Because from that breeds the intent. The intent grows. Nothing grows without a seed. So in the focus, you plant the root. Plant the root of the intent. What is the root of the intent? I want to be enlightened so that I can enlighten my children, that they can navigate this earth better than I did. I want emotional freedom. Why? Here's the root. So that I can have clarity, so that I can have peace, so that I can always be connected to God. You see what I'm saying? So the focus and the intent is important, but you got to root it, because what you root will grow. Everything comes from the seed. You have to plant that root, that seed, that intent, that feeling. What is it going to feel like when you leave the earth and your children are walking this earth, but they're giants in their understanding of enlightenment. They're giants in their perceptions. What it's going to feel like. Feel into that feeling. I know I gave you a lot, but you got a big plate. You're my people. You're my family. And I know that you can receive it because God gave it to me, and I'm giving it to you. Tonight, focus. Close your eyes and focus, but see things as if you're looking deeper now. Get your focus deep on your intent. Once you get your intent, feel it. What does it feel like? And then root that feeling inside your gut. Feel that feeling. Plant that inside of you. And breathe into that, into your heart. Breathe into that feeling of success. Breathe into that feeling of enlightenment. Breathe into that feeling of peace and love and mental clarity. What does that feel like? I know what it feels like for me, and I want that for you. So listen, enjoy, and focus. Focus, always have an intent. And let me tell you something. You can change the intent every day. Your intent doesn't have to be the same thing. You change it as the God in you, which is alive and creative, changes and speaks to you. You know that song, Speak to My Heart, God? Yes. Speak to my heart, Holy Spirit. I can feel that feeling. Can you do it? Feel your feelings. Root it inside of you. Focus on that. And let that be your intent. Let that grow in you. There's a greater you that wants to be expressed. I told you before, take off those graveyard clothes. Now I'll say, take off those shackles. Take those shackles off your mind. Take those shackles off your feet. Take those shackles off your heart. Take off those shackles and shake yourself. Shake yourself free from the shackles that have tried to hold you back. The shackles that have tried to give you a negative belief about yourself. Shake it off and focus. Focus your intent. You got this. Thanks for listening. This is Dr. Pyatt. Mindset for freedom. You know my mind is set to be free and to stay free. I love you so much. Share this video with somebody who needs to hear it. Send me your comments. And I appreciate you. I have a YouTube page. You can go there and subscribe so you'll never have to be without hearing some mindset for your freedom. Until next time, shalom. Focus and set your intent.